Hey guys, so Marco Silva has been sacked by Everton, and it had to happen. It definitely had to happen. Um, there was no improving this team as we were currently going, but it sucks that this had to happen because it shows how much of a disaster we are right now. We probably have been. There's been a lot of false dawns since David Moyes left for Manchester United. Roberto Martinez had a great first season, then it all fell apart. Couldn't even make couldn't even give us trophies when we reached two semifinals, even though we were finishing 11th in the league. And then that had to change. We got Ronald Koeman. We thought, okay, another one. First season, finished 7th, went to Europe, but second season again, bad transfers. Um, did him in, and the real lack of a real plan and implementation of a plan, apparently. But and that happens. We bring in Sam Allardyce. The ship's kind of steadied, but the football was terrible. We bring in Marco Silva, who Farhad Mashiri wanted, and Everton have had a whole saga with Watford with, um, and trying to get him. And there was like this whole thing about a payout and all that stuff. And once that was settled, again, first season wasn't that great. We had a good run of form towards the end, beating a lot of the traditional Big Six sides, but that kind of masked the fact that there were some results that were terrible. There were things that were damning about Marco Silva, um, that he couldn't overcome. Like we haven't won a game after conceding a goal under Marco Silva, which is that is terrible. That is terrible, and that's why usually when Everton concede the first goal, it's over. The game's over. Um, so the final decision, or the final game, obviously was the terrible 5-2 mauling. Was it first half mauling by Liverpool against in the Merseyside derby the other day? That was it. He didn't. He looked like a man that was broken. He looked like a man that was lost. He looked like a man who knew what was gonna happen, and it's happened again. Now the reports are we're gonna get David Moyes at the end of the season. A lot of people don't want that. I don't even know how to feel about that because he hasn't done well ever since leaving Everton. Even at other clubs like West Ham and Sunderland, it hasn't gone great. Maybe he might be inspired to, adapt and do things differently if he's appointed, but who knows? And then where are we going? Where are we going? Again, this sacking had to happen, but it really shows that this club is in shambles right now. There's no direction. There's no direction, and um, it it doesn't make me happy to see who's gonna come in. Who's the next guy? I don't know. I really don't know. I kind of wanted Jose Mourinho, but he's off the market, and I don't think he'd take the Everton job. My pick is Rafa Benitez, but it doesn't look like he's being linked to Everton. The links more are for West Ham and Arsenal, and I know the history with Rafa Benitez with Liverpool and small club and all that stuff. But honestly, to me, good coaching is good coaching, and I think he can steady the ship. But I don't think that's gonna happen. So who knows what's gonna happen? It sucks. This sucks because there was such optimism regarding Marco Silva at the beginning. Like, okay, we got a young manager, probably ambitious and progressive, who wanted to play good attacking football, and you could see some elements of what he wanted to do, playing a high line and pressing, but he doesn't he doesn't adapt to situations. He's very reactive as a manager, doesn't really take control, and again, we haven't won a game since trailing. When we've trailed, and for stuff like that, that shows that there's no plan, there's no adapting, there's no plan B, and that's been the thing against him. One of the things against him, his substitution patterns sometimes are very confusing. Um, so I don't know. I don't know. Everton in the relegation zone. We are in a relegation fight, no matter how long we've tried to avoid saying that because injuries have happened, long-term injuries. Gomez, Gabamin, people have been out as recently as last Sunday at Leicester, but it's becoming a vicious cycle right now, and I don't know when it's gonna stop. It doesn't feel like it's gonna stop anywhere until we have a complete overhaul of maybe the players, because if Moyes comes in and there is no new manager bounce, it is the players, and then you can't just keep sacking the manager. So who knows? I don't know. I don't know if the club knows, but we will see. So Marco Silva's gone. Godspeed to you. I really wanted you to do well. I was rooting for you, defended you a lot, um, but that reached a certain point, and then we've gone past that point, and that's it. We have no manager right now. I don't know if Moyes is already lined up, but the reports say we still do have a short list, and there's a lot of speculation. But okay, that is it.